Let's continue our Sudoku adventure with 7 quads, 7 sandwiches by Rockrat0. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have sandwich sums. So these are these digits outside the grid. What those are the sum of the digits in between the 1 and the 6 in the row. So first thing we have to do is discover where the 1 and the 6 go. Once we've discovered where the 1 and the 6 go, we then need the inside. These are kind of the crusts of the sandwich, right? We need the inside of the sandwich to sum to that value. So in this case, these 3 sum to 9. So this would be a valid way of filling this sandwich. Not the only way, but a valid way. All right, and so in the case of the clues on the outside at the top, that's for the column. For the clues that are outside on the left, that's for the row. Additionally, we have these circles in the grid with digits in them. Those are called quadruples. So the circles always touch 4 cells. That's why they're called quadruples. And they list up to 4 digits, in this case up to 3. Those digits must appear at least once in the 4 surrounding cells, at least once each. So I could do, say, 1, 2, 3 like this. I could even repeat the 2 if I want, but the digits have to be there at least once. What I can't do is like this because I'm missing the 2. If the same digit appears twice, then that means it has to be there twice. So we could do this, for example. But what we can't do is this because I don't have 2 2s. I need 2 2s. All right, so those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay, how do we want to get started here? I feel like these quads are interesting because we know we're going to end up with a 2 here, a 4 here, and a 5 here, right? So we can actually corner those because we're going to need 2 of each. So, and we need to add to 9. So we're going to have a 1 and a 6 somewhere. And they're going to be at least 2 apart from each other. So like this, for example. And then if they were 3 apart, I would need 2, 3, 4. That actually is possible to do 2, 3. I could do 1, 6 with 2, 3, 4 in between, and then a 5 down there. If they were 2 apart, okay, so like I can't do a 1, 6 pair here, right? Because this would need to be a 2, this would be a 4. That would add to 6, not 9. So it feels like I need them to be 3 apart. I could do it like this. I could do a 1, 6 here and a 1, 6 here. Oh, and but I know I can't. I was gonna say I could do a 4, 5 here, but the 5 needs to be down here. So is it the case that, okay, if I'm adding to 9 and 2, it's either gonna be 4, 5 or 3, 6. So if I did this, that would have to be 2, 4. That's no good. If I did this, oh, I could do this with a 4, 5 in between. Okay, so maybe this is not the place to start because it seems like there's a lot of optionality. So where do I start then? We know that there's no 4 here, so there has to be a 4 down here because the 2 4s are used up. Or one of these will be a 4 for this 4 quad, right? So 4 is down here, which means 4 is down here. That's fine. Now, 7, I have to have a sandwich of exactly size 2. Because a size 3 would need to be 1, 2, 4, but the 1's already used in the crust, right? If I did 1, 6 here and 1, 6 here, I'd have to do 1, 2, 4, and I'd have 2 1s. I'd have the 1, 6 pair and the 1, 2, 4. So that's not going to work. Let's undo. I can't do it like this because then I'd have to put a 7 in between, right? So they're going to be 2 apart. So if I did it like this, then I'd have to do 2, 5 like that exactly. If I did it like this, I'd have to do, ooh, actually, I can't do it like this. This would be 2, 5, but we already used up all our 2s for these columns. We don't get more 2s. The 2s are up here, so this would not be able to be 2, 5, so that doesn't work, and I'd have to use a 5 here. So if I did it like this, then this would be a 5 for sure, and then this would be a 2. Okay. So those are our 2 options. We either have a 6 like this, with this being 5, 2, or we have a 6 like this, with this being 5, 2. I'm not sure I can mark that. Okay, so I'm going to use gray to represent not sandwich. We know these are never sandwich because we either have, oh no, sorry, we don't know those are never sandwich. Oh, actually one of these is always sandwich. We know these are never sandwich. One of these is a 2, and it's inside the sandwich. So we either have a 1-6 like this, or we have a 1-6 like this. Yeah, these are never sandwich. Is that helpful? Do we have the same thing going on here? So they have to be 2 apart. If I did a sandwich like this, that would be fine. I'd have 2 here with 5 here. Yeah, what I can't do is 2, 5 across here because the 5's used. So these are never the crusts. Unfortunately, we don't have a vertical sandwich clue, so I'm not sure how helpful that is. What about vertically here? Could I do this? I don't see why not. I could do 2, 5. I can't do 3, 4, but I could do 2, 5. I am not seeing how to start this puzzle. I feel like I haven't made any progress in 4 minutes. So this is not the one. There's a 1 in here somewhere. Which does mean this is not a 1. I'm not sure I should use that. I'm not sure it's useful. So if this ended up being our 1-6 pair, then this 7 would have a sandwich here. And okay, so are these always linked? I don't know if they're always linked, but think about this here. So if this was our 1-6 pair, that's one of our options for this 7 clue. That gives us a crust for this 7 clue. And 7 clues are always too long. So this would be 1-6, and then this would be 3, 4. I don't have to write everything, but if this is 1-6, then we know it's too long, and that's a 1-6. So we either end up with like a 1-6 box like that. The only other option is this is a 1-6. And that gives a 1-6 for the 9 clue. Now the question is, can I put a 1-6 all the way down here? This would be 5, and that's a problem, because 5's too big for 9 and 3. I'd have to include a 1. The only way to do it would be 2, 3, 4, and I can't do that. So it would be a 1-6 here, which then would put a 1-6 here. So these 7s are linked. They always make a square out of their sandwich crusts. This would be 4, 5. This would be 3. Wait. This doesn't work though. I can't do this square. Because even though I could do 4, 5 here I can't add to 9. Because the 4 is used over here, so I can't do 4, 5, and the 6 is used here, so I can't do 3, 6. Okay, so that means that I have my crusts like this. These are the crusts. Right, I'm going to use green for crust, and I'm going to gray out anything that can't be crust anymore, which can often be helpful for keeping track. And so now we know these have to be the 2s, and these have to be the 5s. So we can clean that up. And then this has to be a 2 to add to 7. This has to be a 5 to add to 7. Okay. Progress. Now this 1-6 is not part of the 2, 3, 4. So this has to be 3, 4. And then this is known. This is the other 1-6. So this is green. And that's part of our 9. So we have to do 5. Again, we can't use a 5 in a 3 cell. So this is our 1-6, and this is a 4, and that does work out. We get the both 4s for the quad here. These are gray, these are not crust. So this is the only place left for a crust, for a 1-6 in this box. Okay, what do we do next? These add to 7 without a 4, so these are 2, 5. So these are 1, 3, 6, right? Oh yeah, the 2. This is 3, 4. This is 3. This is, oh yeah, so this is a 3, that's a 4, that's a 3, that's a 4. I was wondering how this ended up happening. But yeah, that's an easy way to see it. So that's gray. So these are the other 1-6 along with a 5. So that's a 1, 5, 6 triple. Yeah, so this is 1 and 3. No, not 1 and 3. This is 3 and 4. Sorry. Oh, what's this? This is a 3. That places this 3. That means this is green. Yeah, these are all gray. These are gray. Okay, these add to 7, so this has to be a 2, and this is the other one 6 in order to get to 9. That makes this a 5 and a 2. So we have the other one 6 along with a 5 here. This has to be a 3-4 pair to fulfill our quad, also the row. And then this is the other one 6 along with a 2. So we can place the 2. And this is the 1 6. So these two need to add to 9. This has to be our other 1 6. This is a 5. This is a 5 and a 4. Okay, and something is going to disambiguate our 1 6s. It's this quad here. So this quad needs a 1 on it. So this is our 1, and then we can just follow that around and finish all our 1 6s. Oops. And there we go. Nice. Correct solution. All right, it took me a bit to figure out how to break in here. Here, let me color these gray so there's no complaints. Yeah, it seems like the key was figuring out how these 7s were linked. Maybe there was another way in. Let me know if you found a different way in. But yeah, 7s like this didn't work. And that was the only other option because there was no way to make this 9 work in that case. So yeah, I'm not sure if there was an easier way than proving that, than proving that these 7s were linked together. But it definitely worked. So let me know if you had a different way to solve this. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.